Hey, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, double honors to our elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to all the brothers pushing this work in sincerity and in truth. This is Brother Tamar from James, Toronto, coming at you again with another video. Tonight's video, I'm going to be talking about this reggae artist by the name of Snow, right? If you see him, he looks like a white boy, whatever, like an Edomite. But I was just watching. I don't know, for some reason I was just browsing through YouTube, and and I don't know, for some reason I was watching MC Shannon. MC Shannon was talking about how reckless Snow was, and how he would rather go through fight anybody in the world with Snow having his back. Right? So I'm like, you know what? And it's like, I was telling Snow to just like clean up his image and all that stuff, right? Do that Jamaican twang with pop and leaving these niggas alone. Because you're gonna get in trouble. And I think that's what Snow did, because Snow he came from he's from over here in Toronto, over in Fairview Mall over there. What do you call that place again? Don Mills, right? But when you look up his story, he came from a really he's from the projects, hung out with all them Jamaican Jakes, all them Benjamites, and I'm like, the way he sings, right, and the way his upbringing was, it was all Jake that he was around, and he got along with them, right? He fought with them too, fought along them, fought with them, and all this thing. So I was watching it, so I'm gonna play a little bit. Hopefully, they don't flag this video. So that's his main man right there. I think that's his DJ, right? And this was it. That's him again. He's an older man now, because he came out in what, 93, 92, 93, around there, right? He went to jail and all that, right? So
it was getting more racial. It was getting more black and white. So everybody was getting along. Everybody was like, what I'm saying? It wasn't no racism thing. It was everybody together. Wish I had a video camera for times when I used to be when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? She'd be like, what? And I'd be blaring it down in the basement.
Music, that's all I ever...
It was for the wood. It's on Terra Housing Projects. It's like low rental and stuff. When I was about 14, 13 years old, a lot of Jamaicans were moving into the neighborhood, and it was getting more racial. It was getting more black and white. So everybody was getting along. Everybody was like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no racism thing. It was everybody together. Wish I had a video camera for times when I used to be when I was a kid. I don't know what kind of smell it was, but the cleaning. It was for the... Wish I had a video camera for times when I used to be when I was a kid. Racial. It was...
Okay, now do it again.
I eat the deuce, the play the name, I eat it all, bunch it all, women it is the... No, man, and the but then I destroy the things I put it open, did I never get the deuce to me.
You're getting evicted because the music's so loud in that house, and loud in that.
So
Yeah, it's rough. It was really rough. It was a really rough neighborhood at that time. This neighborhood was really bad. Yeah. I mean, I had some heavy-duty fights even in the backyard of my house,
This was Tony Brown and Seaton Brown's house.
Yeah, we got
and Seaton was an older black guy who... And his house right here, and down in the basement all the time he'd sing with. This was Tony Brown and Seaton Brown's house.
Yeah, we got
and Seaton was an older black guy who did a lot of singing, and he always was with them singing, listening to different music, trying different styles.
It's hard to say, luckily in jail. Police were always in there at somebody's house. I mean, there wasn't a day that went by that...
Made up in various parts. One part is a beautiful lyrical quality, a creative quality, a charm. Then the other qualities that are commonplace in that kind of personality are things like perhaps drinking more than other people do, and an enjoyment of fighting. Those things are a mixture.
2 attempt murders.
He was charged with 2 counts of attempted murder. The scenario developed in such a way that while he was involved, the wrong person was charged. The end result was that the wrong person did quite a lot of time in jail.
I spent a year in the East. That was a long year. And what you do in there is like, there's only one TV. You have one TV and 2 telephones. People are fighting over the telephones every day, every second. And DJing and stuff, so it was like fun. That's where I got more. That's how I got my confidence, really, because there's a lot of Jamaicans in there, and I used to sing and I used to love it. I was in the East Detention Center when I wrote Informer.
Informer, you know, say that I'm a snowman, I go play him. I like you bum bum down. Take the man that say that I'm a snowman, stab somebody down the lane. I like you bum bum down. Informer, you know, say that I'm a snowman, I go play him. I like you bum bum down. Take the man that say that I'm a snowman, stab somebody down the lane. I like you bum bum down.
I like you boom boom down means like, I'll hit down the informer, I'll knock the informer out. Because Informer's the guy who ratted on me. That song's about somebody who ratted on me and put me in jail.
Licky boom boom down? What does that mean? That means that if you're a stool pigeon or a rat, you're going to get a beating down the lane.
I lick your boom boom down means that he's going to knock him out. The informer, he's going to, knock him out. Oh, just because, it's, true? It's, true because people did rat on him and he doesn't really like stool pigeons and rats.
He'd been in jail and he went to New York with Marvin. And Marvin used to say to me, I'm going to make your son very rich. And I used to laugh at them. Yeah. New York. And then he met MC Shan, played the tape for MC Shan, and that's when it all began.
Down. But when we made the record, it was like Licky Boom Boom Down. I hated that, but everybody else didn't know that it was Skilly Boom Boom Down. And for a while, after the first day I met him, anything that somebody would say to me, I go, Skilly Boom Boom Down. They didn't know what I was talking about, but it was just so catchy. And that's what made me know that this Informer thing that he had there, it was something to this. Because anybody who heard it, that's all that stuck in their head. And it stuck to me just like glue, and I knew that there was something there. Something showing your talent for people. Harmony. He's been places I've only dreamed of seeing. You know what I'm saying?
So, that's Snow, man. So he's of Irish descent as well, and the Irish majority of them are Israelites. I mean, there's a lot of Edomites amongst them, obviously, because we're scattered amongst our nation. But when you go into it, a lot of the Irish people, the Black Irish, a lot of them went to Montserrat, a lot of them went to Jamaica, St. Vincent, Grenada. They're scattered all over the Caribbean. And Snow, through the spirit, you can see that he's an Israelite, right? He's going through the curses. Yeah, he did the whole jail stint, and he didn't feel no way about being around Jake because he's a Jake, That's my first time doing any. I knew this man since I was a kid, since I was 5-6 years old. You hear the songs on the radio, whatever, but you can't really put faces to the voice. But then you're thinking that you're like the black men or whatever, But they're Jakes. Let me get into the first scripture. It says here, Israel is a speckled bird. I think that's Daniel. No, that's Hosea, I think. Or Jeremiah. Oh, my bad. Says here, Jeremiah 12:9, mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds around about are against her, right? And the birds are these other nations, man. So Israel is pretty much mingled amongst these other nations. These other nations, you know what I'm saying? So they're gonna look like these other nations, and that's part of the curses. Come ye assemble all the beasts of the field, and all the beasts of the field are going into these other nations again, right? Come to devour, because even Israel is a beast right now. Most of them, 2/3 of them are beasts because they don't have these laws. Once you're anything without the laws are a beast, right? Men are 2-foot beasts or 2-footed beasts, and they're 4-footed beasts, because once you're a beast, you react off instinct, right? So verse 10, many pastors have destroyed my vineyard. They have trodden my portion underfoot. They have made my pleasant portion a desolate wilderness. And we can see that around in today's society. Even in Israel, men are telling other men that or the congregation that they should take the chip. It's not the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is spiritual. Jesus Christ is the image and all that foolishness. It says here, they have made it desolate, and being desolate in mourn it unto me. The whole land is made desolate, because no man laid it to heart. And we're desolate amongst these other nations. There's one in Daniel, confusion of faces. I think Daniel 9. O Lord, Daniel 9 and 8. O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee. That's the reason why you can see a man that look like snow. And you can say, most camps will look at snow and say he's an Edomite. But from what I've seen, and I'm judging through the Spirit, right? That man is an Israelite. To the Lord, our power belong in mercies and forgiveness, though we have rebelled against him. And that's one of the curses. Us looking like snow, looking like Bruce Lee, looking like Hamites in Africa, looking like Sudanese people, looking like damn retarded Moab. Okay, neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our power to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants the prophets. Yeah, all Israel has transgressed the law, including myself, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, right? And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, Yahweh, because we have sinned against him, right? Right? So the curses is us looking at other nations, and you can see that that Jake's spirit is in him, and it's just fighting to come out. It's just stuck in that Edomite body, man. Deuteronomy 28. Let me see if I can find any curses in here that matches snow. 16 all the way down. Oh yeah, they are locked in prison houses because he spent some stint in prison for murder, man. And I did a video about Snare. He was caught up in the snares of Esau, man. This man had a longer rap sheet than most of these guys he was rolling with too. It says here, Isaiah 44 and 22. But this is a people rather than spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for prey, and not delivered, and none deliver it, for a spoil, and none saith restore. Right? Go back to Deuteronomy 28, because that curse fall upon most of us, man. Because a lot of men in this truth, a lot of them went to jail, man. Even in Yahushua's time, Yahushua was put in jail. Paul was put in jail. So jail is really nothing, As long as you're not in power, you're gonna go against the system, right? If they put you in a certain situation, they know someone is gonna break and do something stupid, and then that's how you end up in the system. Where is that? Let me see if I can find something that goes with. So Leviticus 20, the Lord shall send upon thee curses, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of the doings whereby thou hast forsaken me. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee, until he have consumed thee from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it. Right? Drop down to verse 23, and the heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron. And that's living in these projects, right? Having a low income families, or having your family destroyed, right? Because the Irish did go through these things, right? Even up to this day, the Irish people are looked down upon, not because they're Edomites, but because they knew the history about Jake being in Ireland, right? That's why they call him the niggers of Europe, right? And he's of Irish descent. So the Lord caused you to be, the Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed in all kingdoms of the earth, right? And that's what you see here, you know. Happened to me, happened to my family, happened to your family if you're listening to this. Happened to the Irish people, happened to the Polish people, right? Happened to some of the Germans, happened to the people of the Portugal area over there, because the Moors were over there. People happened to Spain. Most of the Spanish, the so-called the Negro Spaniards, ended up in Jamaica, right? And other places of the Caribbean. It says here, the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart, and thou shalt grope at noonday. That's what, before we came to this truth, that's what we were doing, groping at noonday, as the blind grope at the darkness. And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. And the curses goes on, right? But those are just 2 or 3 I wanted to read, you know, just to match up with the curses of Deuteronomy and Snow, the Canadian artist of Irish descent, which is really a Benjamite, you know. So with that, I'd like to say all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the honors to our elders of Great Millstone, peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.